Oh, you're not going. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a
So
process.
I won't see you. I won't see you. Okay.
So we are live. Let's see, we seem to be streaming.
All good to go.
All good to go. All right. It is 9 o'clock. I am calling to order the Ethics and Meeting Rules Committee. We have 3 members present. We have a quorum. Could I get a motion to approve the minutes from September 20th?
So moved.
Motion by
Support.
Support by Vice Mayor Reynolds. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. So we have some recommendations prepared by our city attorney to, we need to, if we are interested in changing the meeting rules, we have to adopt an ordinance. And so City Attorney Steele has prepared some information for us to review, and I believe we've all had a chance to do that. Jill, did you want to say anything?
I added the one change, proposed change that was not discussed at the last meeting, really a safety provision to prohibit folks during these meetings from coming into the well of the commission, and actually had talked with Ted yesterday. If the recommendation is to go forward with this, a way to make sure that folks don't accidentally violate this rule is to put the little movable stands in that opening between the commission, the well of the commission and the benches, with a little kind of a little padded rope like you might see making lines at the movie theater. Yeah, so that people don't accidentally step into there. It would just become very obvious. And Ted said that that's very doable because it, could just be put up for during the meeting. So that was a change that wasn't discussed at the meeting, but you do find in the draft here. And so the proposed changes are in red in the track changes. So if anyone has any questions, I'd be glad to try to help you out.
Commissioner Lance, Vice Mayor Reynolds, do you have any questions or concerns or comments?
Not on the I guess prevention from people approaching the well.
No, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Jill.
You're welcome.
And then any of the other provisions that we discussed?
The only question I have with respect to the amended language found in 1F is I understand that the applicants themselves are not bound, but are we going to leave it entirely in the mayor or presiding officer's hands, or to tell them how much time they have, or I mean.
Well, I think it's hard. So I don't have a time in here, and I think it's hard to come up with an amount of time, not knowing what different things might come. But that's why I reference that all the other rules, and that was why I decided to put it in there, that all the other rules about being repetitive, not being on the topic, that all those apply. And I just didn't know of a better way to limit it. Certainly if the mayor says, okay, enough, or if the commissioners feel like it's getting repetitive and the mayor or whoever's presiding isn't, stopping them, somebody could certainly make a motion and have a vote, call the question, or, whatever stage we're at in the meeting. So, I don't know if there are other suggestions of how to address that. I just didn't know how we could come up with a time.
I guess my opinion is we can live with it and see what happens. Right?
Yes, absolutely. Can always say, okay, this isn't working so well. I think if you come up with, say 5-10 minutes, whatever. Sometimes people can just talk because they have that time and maybe there's not anything relevant.
Particularly attorneys, Jill.
That's right. I remember when I was in private practice, Judge Fisher imposed a 5-minute opening and closing argument. And I thought, what? And then maybe it was 10 minutes on one end and 5 on the other. But actually you find that you can really narrow, you're going to have a more concise presentation. So it ended up not being so bad.
Okay. Well, you've answered my questions. I'm comfortable with the proposed language.
Okay. Vice Mayor, are you comfortable with what City Attorney Steele has provided to us and or did you have?
You're muted. Carla, you're muted. There you go.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I am very comfortable because I was very uncomfortable with him approaching us at the our podium. I just thought that was very inappropriate and kind of scary. And for others to be able to do that, I think this is something that will stop that from happening.
Okay. So then, Jill, do we need to take a vote specifically? Or what do you need from us in order to move ahead? And it's Commissioner Wilson has joined us.
Good morning. Apologies for my tardiness. I didn't get in until 1 o'clock last night. I'm a little tired.
So just to bring you up to speed, we've had the city attorney talk a little bit about what she prepared for us, and Commissioner Lance had a couple of questions that she has responded to. Did you have any additional comments, questions, concerns, anything that you wanted to bring up?
No, I reviewed the documents and thought they were good. I appreciate Jill's work on that. I think I had one question she was able to answer earlier, if I'm remembering correctly, but I'm good right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
so I think because I like to put in my resolution who supports this, and so if the commission, if the committee would like to take a vote, I think that's helpful to show that there is a recommendation to move forward with it.
So if I
Well,
could get a,
Do you want a motion on each item or all of them as a group?
I think you could try all of them as a group, and if anybody wants to break it down, then they can do that, just since it's all in one document.
Okay.
so if I could get a motion then to direct the city attorney to prepare an ordinance, an introduction to amend our ordinance to incorporate the changes that she has outlined and suggested to the committee. That would be great.
So moved.
Motion by Vice Mayor Reynolds.
Support.
And support by both Commissioners Lance and Zenda Wilson. So.
Give it to Kathy.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Next item on our agenda is public comment. Do we have anyone wishing to make public comment?
No one in the waiting room, Commissioner.
Very good, thank you. Then the final item on our agenda is an adjournment. So I appreciate, Kathy, you getting in so late and hopping on with us this morning, and good luck. Carla, I will see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Aye.